at this point, I feel like my computer is purposely messing with me. Since I didn't get to embroider the design that I made, I wanted to like make a video explaining what's going on with my project because it didn't come to fruition how I expected it to. So for my first draft for my Celtic knot design, I made this. I started by just drawing a line here and then adding depth to it. And so I was really focused on what the negative space would look like, and then not so much on like how to build the knot. So then I like went online and found a couple of really awesome resources about how to design them for people who are artists, really like Celtic culture. And so I found this website that talks about like building the knot from a skeleton. So the orange, I mean, they don't use the word skeleton. I like the word though. So the orange represents the like geometric beginnings, and every edge has a cross that I drew in purple. And then each cross determines which direction is like over and under in the knot. So this was my second draft. Then for my third draft, I got a lot further. Before it started falling apart, I realized that certain shapes are better than others for crossing. This outer loop here is removed entirely from the inner, so I was like, nope, I don't want to do that. I want to have as contiguous a loop as possible. I want to like make it an actual knot and design. And then I ended up not doing that. So this is my final design. I spent a lot of time on it, actually, believe it or not. So the outer clover shape is its own band, and then the inner is, I can't remember what he called it, but like a repeating pattern of the certain geometric shapes. So the inner one is technically an octagon and the rest are squares, but they all generate the same shape, which is really interesting from the skeleton. And there are a couple places in this one that I messed up the crosses and tried to fix with whiteout, but it's okay. I spent a lot of time when making this project, like hours, listening to Celtic music and the songs that I used to dance to. Like, there are hundreds of reels on Spotify, REELS. I actually think I put one on the Spotify playlist, and there's one thing in common with all of them, is that they all have the like 113 number in the title, because evidently there are 113 beats per minute, which is super weird. It feels like a random number to me, but I don't know music. And so I spent a lot of time just thinking about how math plays into all aspects of this culture that I did as a child. And so there are hundreds of real songs, but the thing that they have in common is that they have a certain amount of beats for the dances. So because I didn't get to finish it how I wanted to, I'm going to teach you a couple of real moves. And no one is allowed to see this, okay? No one. Okay, so this is going to be suboptimal. I quit dancing because it was very hard on my legs, and I was too young to be in that much pain. Oh, I forgot to start the music. Okay. talk about it for a second in my paper, but the reason Irish dancing is kind of stationary and doesn't really look like traditional dancing, there's no upper body movement, is because the idea was that the Irish wanted to celebrate their culture while they were enslaved, but dancing and anything like celebratory would have been not allowed, and punishable by God knows what. So they developed a style of traditional dancing, a style based on their traditional dance that was alien to the people they were enslaved to. And so I just like, even the intersection of math, culture, history, just social life is really, really awesome in a sad way, but also like wow, like it's lived on for centuries. And I think that's